So I used to be a part of a gang with males and guys, and we used to go around in graffiti buildings and government houses and all that kind of stuff. And I even got arrested and I got sent to jail for a few days until I got bailed out by my boyfriend Tom. So I used to do like lots of like illegal kind of stuff and just roamed around on my skateboard, just doing whatever I wanted to do. And then one day my gang peoples, they gave me this idea of graffiti in my house, because I was telling them how like boring my house was with white walls, and so they said, just graffiti it yourself. They said, you're good at doing graffiti, you're really talented, so maybe you should just use your spray cans and just graffiti the house. I was like, oh cool, awesome idea. So I did that, and then after I'd finished, this guy came in, who was like a house inspector guy, the landlord. He came in to check out the house to do a random inspection, and he totally flipped it because he said what I did was against our bond, and like I vandalized private property because we were renting. So he kicked us out like that day, so we got evicted. And so then Tom came home and was really pissed and angry at me, and we had nowhere to go, so we slept like a few nights in a tunnel, because I just told him we can just go live with your parents because they're like meant to be good people, because he's a pastor, Tom's dad. But he didn't want to, because Tom was like all embarrassed about, like, he said, it's a failure on my behalf, I can't provide and all that kind of stuff. But then we eventually did just tell his parents, and they said, oh, come live with us. And then when we were living with them, Tom's dad, he's a pastor, so he's got this youth group with his church. He said to me, oh, Jane, do you want to go on this youth group church thing? And I was like, oh cool, but I can't pay because I've got no job. And he's like, oh, it's all cool, I'll sponsor you to go, because he thinks it would be good for me to kind of maybe mix with like those kind of people, or like church, and have more like of a God influence on me and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I went on this church camp out near Ballarat. Yeah, so I didn't really want to go on this camp. I just thought it'd be pretty lame and stuff. But then I actually loved it. It was like I had one massive highlight that came out from the camp. So that was I formed my own skateboard group gang. So I've called it the Gal Gang. So that's what I called it. And it's a group of gals, so 4 of us and me as the leader. These girls, because they're like disadvantaged and they have no friends and they're lonely and all that kind of stuff, and they're talking about their lives and they were doing stuff they didn't want to be doing. So I just told them, hey guys, stop what you're doing and just come join a gang with me, because they really liked the sounds of like what I did, because I was always talking about my skateboard, always my skateboard with me in my hand, and they thought it was really cool. And they're like, oh yeah, cool, we'll join you and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, yeah, and I'll be the leader, and I'll make us into like this really massive big gal gang skateboard group. And so I said, I think I told you, it's called the Gal Gang group. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to be a group of skateboarding gals that we've got actually going to train though, because we want to be like pro as so we're going to train for this skateboarding competition in Melbourne in 8 months. So but they're like, oh my god, I won't be able to skateboard, like I've never done it before. I told them, don't worry, because you've got me, because I'm like obviously really good at skateboarding, because that's what I do every single day. I told them. So they're like, oh my god, awesome. So I told them, I'll train you every single day, and we can, you'll be all cool, we'll be all cool. And hopefully, that's what my main goal is now. I've got a goal in my life, which is kind of cool. I've got something to aim for with these girls, and it's even more awesome because I've got somebody to 4 people now I can hang out with, which is kind of fun, because I've never had anybody to hang out with before, because at school I was a bit of a loner or an outcast. People thought I was weird and stuff, so I never had friends besides Tom. So it's kind of cool now. I can be like, oh, I can ring up these girls and be like, hey, do you want to come grab coffee or something? And people want to like hang out with me, which is I really like that. Yeah.